Hey, it's Bruce from Become a Successful Podcaster. Maybe I should make myself more centered. There we go. There we go. All right. Become a Successful Podcaster with Bruce Chamoff. I'm also the founder of the World Podcast Network at worldpodcast.network. We have 1,200 podcasts, and we can have yours. Sign up for free at worldpodcast.network. Let me get out of the way to show you this URL. All right. So here we go. I want to find out what you think, and you can tell me in the comments about using ChatGTP to select your episode titles for your podcast. Why would you want to do this? Maybe you have writer's block. You have a great podcast, but you don't know what episodes to come out with. Now, let me explain something to you. This happens to everybody. Okay? It's not a bad thing if you forget or you don't know what episode titles you want because you've used them all. You had all your podcast episodes that you can possibly think of, and now you can't think of any more. Should you go to AI? Should you use AI to help you decide what your episodes are supposed to be and what they're supposed to be called and what the script is and the show notes? Well, I got mixed feelings about that because I think it's a great idea to use AI like ChatGTP and some other AI tools out there to at least give you titles for your podcast episodes. You don't have to. So let's talk about episode titles first of all for your podcast, okay? Episode titles are really important. They grab people. They grab people. They grab people on YouTube. They do it in headlines. You only have now print. You only have 7 seconds to grab somebody's attention, but nobody's doing print anymore, right? We're all doing internet stuff. We're doing blogs. We're doing online articles. So you have 3 seconds online to grab somebody's attention with your headline. 3. And that's probably too long also. I would think it's even less than that. I mean, this is what they say, 3 seconds, but I don't really know. You know what? I'm going to ask ChatGTP right now, and let me go ahead and do that. So how long does it take to get someone's attention with an online heading or headline? I know I'm not sharing the screen right now. Maybe I should. Let me do that. Let me go ahead and share the screen. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I want to see what ChatGPT actually says here. So let me just put apostrophe in there. Let's put a question mark. Let's see what they say. The time it takes to capture someone's attention with an online heading is incredibly brief. Okay, now let's get through this. I can measure in milliseconds to a few seconds, but first impressions, 2 to 3 seconds. I was right about that. Visual appeal, presence, powerful words, numbers, questions. I'm not going to waste your time. You can read this yourself. Go to ChatGTP and just type all this in. And psychological triggers, curiosity, urgency. You can use all this, but in short, 2 to 3 seconds. So you need to come up with episodes that are going to get people's attention and have them clicking to get into your podcast. Now, you see that right away. Now, again, you might run out of ideas. You first have to make sure that you have catchy headlines. But don't, people, please do not write your script with ChatGTP or any AI tool. Okay? Do not do your show notes with AI. Okay? You can use a tool that when you can speak into and it spits out what you say because it's coming from you, right? Like Otter.ai. I love them. But don't write your show notes with AI unless it's listening to you. Okay? Now, I think it's okay to get your headlines from ChatGTP. No problem. All right. So let me do this right now. Now, because this is become a successful podcaster, and I want to know what you think in the comments. So definitely, thumb up the video. And this is also an audio podcast. Subscribe to us on Apple. Now, I'm going to say, what are the biggest podcasting questions? Now, this is for me. in this particular podcast, but you put in a question that has to do with your podcast. Wow, this is giving me a lot more than I expected. I only wanted like five. Maybe I should have been more specific here. So, how do I start a podcast? How do I grow my audience? How to make money? And I have podcast episodes on all of this anyway. How should I release my new episodes? And that's a good one. I can do one on that. An episode. What should my podcast cover? Well, this is kind of what you're asking ChatGTP for. So I think you can come here. You can also go to Google and Google Trends, which we'll talk about soon. How do I improve audio quality? That's a great one. I'm going to do probably something on that. See, I'm using the headlines that I'm seeing from ChatGTP, but I'm not going to make my podcast episode from all the content from ChatGTP. Let's get that straight, okay? How to engage my audience? That's another good one for listeners. How do we find new podcasts to listen to? Okay. Well, hey, you can just go to the World Podcast Network. You got thousands of podcasts there. How do I manage podcast subscriptions? That's a cool one. I mean, I have ideas, okay? Whatever your podcast is about, there's nothing wrong with getting these questions, but I'm going to fine tune this a little bit. I don't really like this. This is too much for me. So I'm going to, oh, look at this. Let's see. Okay. I want to change this question. So I'm going to do something else. Okay, let's get more specific with ChatGTP. Give me, look, I know it's AI, but you still have to be polite. So let's just say please. Please, ChatGTP, please. Anyway, please give me or provide me 10 podcast episode titles about learning about podcasting success. Let's see what it comes up with, okay? I just, what's going on? Here it comes. Up. Oh, wow. This is even better. This is what I wanted. This is exactly what I want. Okay? And it's perfect. ChatGTP is not telling me how to make the episode, just giving me a headline. And I can use a lot of these. I'm going to. You're going to see some of these in upcoming episodes of Become a Successful Podcaster. So whatever your podcast is about, if you run out of ideas, go to ChatGTP or another AI tool and ask for some engaging episode titles. This is really cool. I love it. And this is what you should do. Thumb up the video and subscribe to my podcast, both audio and video. I'm doing more videos, doing more audio podcasts. And I just want to help you guys succeed in podcasting. If your podcast is not in the World Podcast Network, join for free at worldpodcast.network. And I'll talk to you guys in the very next video. Let me know how you come up with your episode titles. Do you use ChatGPT? Let me know in the comments. I'll answer you. I'll talk to you later. And thank you for watching and listening to this podcast. Talk to you guys soon.